All right, okay, first off, the first thing I want to address in this video is yes, at the end of that game, there were some questionable PI calls. Do I think they mattered to the outcome of the game? Fuck no. I think the Broncos were going to win with a field goal regardless of any of that, if I'm being honest in this video. And second off, the people blaming the refs on social medias, I mean, you can't be more ridiculous. This dude, Josh Allen, turned it over, what, fucking 4 times? This game, he looked horrible. He missed, by the way, he missed what, the Kincaid Knox, where the fuck, he missed a big tight end, wide open of the left side of the field on a crucial third down, a crucial third down at the end of the game, which would have won them the game. So he missed the game-winning throw. He threw the game away. He threw some of the stupidest throws I've ever seen. He was fumbling. He threw the ball backwards at the end of the fucking first half and gave the Broncos 3 free fucking points. And it was just like, how can you be that stupid to actually do that? Like holding the ball like it's a loaf of fucking bread from the grocery store. I mean, come on, you're an NFL quarterback. How in the fuck do you not know any better than not hold the fucking football like that with that little time remaining on the clock when you know if you fucking lose that ball, the other team gets free fucking points gifted to them? That's basic quarterbacking 101 in this league, and he just doesn't get it. He has these erratic lapses of judgment. And listen, Allen's a good quarterback and all that stuff. Everyone fucking knows it. Let's be honest, but let's call spade a spade. He's going to be 30 years of age, or 31, or where the fuck he's going to be next year. He's going to be on the latter half of his career, the final stages of his NFL career are beginning now. Next year they're going to begin. So they're starting to take shape now. In the next 2 to 3 years, if you're the Bills, you need to try to find a successor to Josh Allen. Because this dude, while he's provided many great memories and iconic performances and great moments for, the Bills franchise in their history, in their losing, pathetic history, but still it's history nonetheless. Regardless, history is history, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But in their sort of illustrious history of losing every single big game that matters, he's had some of those iconic moments, right? And I know, he's on this massive contract, right? And if his I don't know when his contract's up or whatever the fuck, but maybe you feel like you're due to. You owe him something that you need to pay him much more money when he's in the later half of his career. Don't. Listen, don't. You got to find in the next 2 to 3 years a new quarterback, someone that you can that can be the heir apparent to Josh Allen at the quarterback position. He's getting older. His style of play will not age well. Trust me. His running around and trying to truck and stiff arm and spin out and juke people eventually will not end well, because just because he got lucky in this half of his career doesn't mean one time he's going to get hit in a bad area and get a really fucking bad injury. And you need a competent backup. Listen, Mitch Trubisky's a good backup, but still, you can get a young guy who can learn the system, who can learn under Allen, who can maybe be the next great Bills quarterback, right next to Jim Kelly, which he's probably the only other good quarterback in the history of this pathetic franchise, so let's be honest. You're noticing a trend, or you're really noticing a trend with the Buffalo Bills. It's like when you think this is finally the year they break through that glass ceiling they're talking about and win the Lombardi Trophy, everything comes falling apart at their seams, and they just crumbled in this game offensively. They were running the ball for like 12 yards fucking per carry, but no, throw, everything's gonna be a throw. It's pathetic. Like, motherfucker, listen, Joe Brady's probably gonna be a good coach, but we're calling high school fucking plays in overtime with the game on the line. What the fuck are we doing? It's stupid. It makes no fucking sense. And listen, Sean Payton was no better in this game. He was calling some of the worst plays. I'm not even joking when I say this. Sean Payton called one of the worst games in the history of the playoffs, and the Broncos fucking won and scored 30 points. That's where we are in the NFL. You can have one of the worst shitty fucking play calling performances in the history of the league, and you get 30 fucking points. Isn't that crazy? I think it is. And Josh Allen will never shake this reputation he has at the quarterback position of being a guy who makes it as far as he can and can never, ever, ever do anything else. He can make it to an AFC title game. He can make it to the divisional, but he can never make it past that point in his career. And it's looking like he never will, because this was the fucking year. This was the year that Allen and the Bills could have done it and done the unthinkable, and the Bills and their, one of the biggest loser franchises in the history of the fucking world of any sport. There's like soccer teams in England that have lost like a fucking 135 straight games that I'd rather go and watch than the Buffalo Bills, because the Bills just fucking lose all the time regardless of how good the record may say they are or aren't. They're one of the losingest, unlucky franchises fucking ever. And now they have, new spike of relevance under Josh Allen, and they still can't do a thing. That is a testament that is classic Buffalo sports. It's like the Sabres in the NHL, where they can never break through the glass ceiling. They can never do a goddamn thing right or good. They never hire the right dudes. They never find the right players. You get the point, right? But this was the year where all they had to do was beat the Broncos and they were going to the Super Bowl. But guess what? No Super Bowl for the Bills. No Super Bowl for Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is the main one to blame. A lot of people, the defense, a lot of 30 fucking whatever the fuck points to Bo Nix. Listen, Bo Nix, I hope you heal up. I hope you ball out next year. Jarrett Stidham is going to get the keys, and I don't think he knows what the fuck he's doing with him. He's going to drive the Broncos whip right into a goddamn telephone pole, and their season's going to be over. Couldn't you imagine oh my God, if the Broncos play Houston, they will be shut out 58-0. There will be no points. They will not get. They will negative offensive yards. If Jarrett Stidham starts against the Texans, I think the Texans defense is way better than the Patriots defense. But regardless, what I think, stats prove that. If Stidham starts against the fucking Texans defense, they will have negative 35 yards of offense. They will not. They may not have a positive yardage passing play for the first half. That's how bad it might be. But regardless, man. Josh Allen, the Bills, they're just born to lose, man. This franchise, the fortunes of this franchise are not turning around under the tutelage of Josh Allen. They're just not. And once again, I'm not saying you need to trade him, you need to move off him, but I don't know his contract details or situation currently. But I'm imagining within the next 3 or 4 years, the contract's running up, right? And, if he's like 33, 34, 32, something like that, I know he's a legend in the franchise, one of the best quarterbacks, one of the most talented quarterback we've ever had in the history of the Bills franchise. I think that doesn't mean anything, because I don't care how talented he is. When he gets to this moment, this stage, when the lights are at their brightest setting and he folds and he crumbles like he did in this game, you really have to look at it from a different perspective. You have to look at it from the perspective of, okay, well, this guy, he just went out there on live television in front of millions of people across the world and pooped his pants in front of literally fucking everybody in America. He pooped his pants when it mattered most. And that's what you should be looking at, is when the chips are on the table, when everything's on the line, when it counts the most, he did that for your team. He turned the fucking ball over like 5 times, and it was just ridiculous. And oh my goodness, I mean, he basically threw the game away. He had multiple crushing fumbles. He had horrible interceptions. I don't know what he's looking at on some of his throws. He had multiple missed throws. Once again, the one to the tight end, at the 5-yard line with like fucking 20 seconds left in the game. If he hit the fucking throw in stride, on time, on target, I know he's pressured, but still, if he hit the guy on time and if he hit the guy on target, then guess what? We would not be speaking these fucking words right now. We'd be talking about how fucking great Josh Allen is. But we're talking about how he sucks, in these situations. We're talking about how maybe in 3 to 4 years the Bills should move off him and try to get a new franchise young quarterback, right? Because that performance in that game, in that moment, is utterly unacceptable. And if you say otherwise, I don't know what to tell you, folks. Honestly, I just was embarrassed watching it. It's like he was totally inept. No, once again, the PIs were the first one was shit. It wasn't a pass interference. The second one, to me, it was ticky-tack, but I understood why they called it. They were going to lose anyways, let's be honest. So if you're a Bills fan and you're crying, oh my God, rigged, oh, the refs are against us, they have an agenda, they're biased, they wanted the Broncos to win this football game. No, they fucking didn't. Josh Allen wanted the Broncos to win the football game because he was playing like a fucking piece of shit scrub. Like a fucking scrub. Like Nathan Peterman in the biggest game of his life. So yeah, Josh Allen, I mean, I always thought he was pretty overrated. I think he's a good quarterback, but once again, he's top 5. What is he top 5 in? Throwing interceptions? Choking the game away when it counts? He's a fucking top 5 quarterback. Maybe when it comes to arm talent, size, mobility, all of that stuff, he's probably top 3. But quarterbacking, he has erratic lapses in judgment. Like, that's not something a fucking good quarterback. Well, that's not something a top 5 elite franchise quarterback does, is have these random falls, let me just throw it up. and in a double coverage, pick off. Fumble, hold the ball like a loaf of bread. Fumble, free fucking points for the other team. He cost his team the game. It's that fucking simple to comprehend. In a couple years, I think the Bills need to move off Allen, try to go in a different direction, try to get a new quarterback, because I don't think his style of play is going to hold up very well when he gets to the older half of his career, and he's not producing results that you expect now out of someone who is, so talented. So I think it's time to start thinking in the future about moving on from Josh Allen and maybe ending this experiment, man. Once again, he's had a successful career, one of the best quarterbacks in Bills history, which, once again, that's not saying much. That's like saying, oh, well, we have the least smelly turd in the NFL. It's still a turd, right? Like, it's still a turd at the end of the day. It's ridiculous, man. So, once again, congrats to the Broncos. Bo Nix, going down. Jarrett Stidham, who's probably going to throw 4 interceptions. He's a fucking scrub. But, yeah, man, that's it. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.